What are 4 books that every consultant needs to read? Hi everyone, my name is Johannes. I'm a strategy consultant, and on this channel I share my thoughts, learnings and experiences about consulting, business and mindset. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel, also leave a thumb up. This would really help the channel to grow and support what we are doing here. And in this video I want to talk about 4 important books that every consultant should read. Those are 4 books that really helped me in my career to understand what consulting is all about. I read those books quite some years ago and they still bring a lot of value to me. So with that being said, let's start with book number 1. And book number 1 is The McKinsey Mind, and actually a second book as well, The McKinsey Way. So those are 2 books written by Ethan M. Razel, and those are 2 books that actually talk about the same thing. They talk about how McKinsey approaches their work. And this means that the book summarizes actually the entire problem-solving process that McKinsey applies in order to solve business problems. Besides that, the book also talks about many very useful things. For example, it gives practical advice about how to do brainstorming sessions, how to conduct interviews, how to do research. So it's a really hands-on guide also for people who want to join consulting, or for management people who want to apply the same techniques that consultants want to use. So this is book number 1, or actually the first 2 books. It's The McKinsey Way, McKinsey Mind. I highly recommend to read those books. The second book that I want to recommend, I want to talk about, is The Aspiring Advisor by Moritz Dressel. And what I really like about the book is that it has a very clear user journey in the book. So the book starts like 1 week before your day 1 in consulting, and it actually gives you a step-by-step guide on how to prepare for this first day. It then guides you through the first week of your consulting career, then through the first project. Then it gives you some advice on how to advance your career, and it also gives you very practical advice what you should do if you want to leave the firm. So as you see, from the beginning to the end, this is a very clear user journey that the book tells, and it gives very practical advice. Something simple like, what kind of clothes you should buy if you start in consulting, but also how you should behave in your team, how you can network, how you build presentations. So I really like the book. It's, especially if you start in consulting, a very hands-on book that I highly recommend. And this is book number 2, The Aspiring Advisor. Book number 3 that every consultant should read is called Cracked It. And this is a book that is all about problem solving. So this is the most comprehensive and the most exhaustive book that I know about problem solving, because it really is an in-depth review of the problem solving process of consultants. It talks about the various different types of problem solving approaches. It really, digests all the different steps in problem solving. It talks about the different tools that you can use in each step, and is a really deep review of how we solve problems in management consulting. And this is a very valuable. It's very detailed, and I highly recommend you to read it if you want to learn about problem solving. And then book number 4 is called The Pyramid Principle by Barbara Minto. And Barbara Minto is a ex-McKinsey consultant, and she kind of, summarized the pyramid principle, so the top-down communication principle that consultants typically apply. And what I really like about the book is that it lays out the kind of communication form and communication structures that management consultants use. So most of us, we learned in university that we first have to do the research and then come to the conclusion. In consulting, it's quite different. We first start with the conclusion and then break down the arguments. And this book, The Pyramid Principle, talks exactly about that. It talks about how you can create storylines. It talks about how you can structure arguments, and really gives you a very good conceptual framework on how to structure your communication in management consulting. So of course I'm interested what kind of books you would recommend, so please write it down in the comments. If you like this video and if it brought value to you, then please subscribe to this channel and leave a thumb up. And with that being said, I wish you a very successful day and a very successful week. Hope to talk to you soon and hope to see you soon. And with that being said, have a great day. Goodbye, Johannes.